What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. I know this is late, but I'm going to still try to talk about it to wrap it up for the month of July. Nas had released his second album. It was written of July 2nd of 1996. Happy 30th anniversary to this classic right here. This is the classic forever. And it was released through Columbia Records. And after the modest commercial success of his debut, Illmatic of 1994, he had pursued a more polished mainstream sound for It Was Written, and it was produced largely by Trackmasters, and it departed from the debut's raw underground aesthetic and embraced mafioso and gangsta themes. This is a classic, man. I love this album. You got If I Ruled the World, imagine that with Lauryn Hill, and Street Dreams, and Black Girl Lost, including Take It In Blood. Just so much on here, man. I love this whole entire record. I can't even pick one song. I love the whole entire album. It's classic. But there is some remixes that I'd like to get a hold of. Would be dope. The Street Dreams remix, it features R. Kelly. It's a different beat. But anywho, the album was a commercial success, selling at 270,000 copies of its first week, and it debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart while receiving mostly positive reviews, and it also heralded Nas's mainstream popularity and contributed to the rise of mafioso rap. However, Nas's more commercial sound fostered accusations of selling out, within the hip-hop community, and its critical standing suffered with comparisons to the acclaimed Illmatic, with at least 3 million copies sold and an estimated 4 to 5 million total worldwide sales. It has been certified triple platinum, and It Was Written remains Nas's best-selling album. In the year of 2024, 2 years ago, Billboard named it as one of the 100 greatest rap albums of all time. And following the critical acclaim of his debut, Nas chose to concentrate his efforts in a more mainstream direction, in contrast to the raw, unpolished and underground tone of his debut. And despite its significant impact on hip-hop at the time, the album Illmatic did not experience the larger sales of most major releases at the time in hip-hop, such as Snoop's Doggy Style, and this was due to the part of Nas's, shy personality and uninvolvement in promoting the record. But he began to make appearances on other artists' work. That includes Kool G Rap's Fast Life. That's one of my favorite songs on the album, on his debut album, 456, from the year of 1995, and Raekwon's another 1995 album. It appeared on the song called Verbal Inner, blah, 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 blah. Only Built for Cuban Links. That's another classic. I love that record too. Which made Nas the first non-Wu-Tang member to appear on one of its solo recordings, and he began to dub himself as Nas Escobar on those guest appearances. And meanwhile, his excessive spending habits left him with little money, and Nas had to was forced to ask for a loan to purchase clothes to wear to the Source Awards ceremony in the year of 95, and the success of fellow East Coast act, Notorious B.I.G. and promoter Puffy at the time, at the awards show, sent a message to Nas to change his commercial approach, and then resulting in his hiring of Steve, the Commissioner Stout, as manager, while Illmatic attained gold status in the U.S., and Stout convinced Nas to aim his efforts in a more mainstream commercial direction for his second album, after which Nas enlisted the production team Trackmasters, who were known at the time for their mainstream success, and other producers for the album included DJ Premier, Dr. Dre, and Havoc of Mobb Deep, LES, Live Squad, and MC Serch as executive producer. And following the recording of the album was mastered by Tom Coyne at Sterling Sound in New York City. Artist Amy Macaulay designed the album cover, while Danny Clinch took the photos for the packaging. And then, in contrast to Illmatic, the album contains a more detailed and elaborate production, while it shares similarities to the G-Funk sound. And relying heavily on sampled and looped funk grooves, It Was Written has Nas experimenting with a theoretical mafioso concept under the alias of Nas Escobar, inspired by the Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar. The album's subject matter has been noted for its focus on materialistic excess and other mafioso lyrical themes, noted for its focus John Perales of New York Times wrote that of Nas's shift in the lyrical themes from Illmatic, stating that he repeatedly cites the Colombian kingpin Pablo Escobar and drops the brand names of clothes and cars and liquor and guns. And Nas also references lines from his previous material and a common element in his music that had been analyzed by the one music writer as returning to his professional beginnings and those references. And the album opens um, with the album intro, in which a slave rebellion is heard, and it contains samples of Sam Cooke's "A Change Is Gonna Come" and the Lost Generations, "The Slide, the Slick, and the Wicked," which is a sample of the song opening the message. The opening song, "The Message," features production by the Trackmasters Poke and Tone and scratching from Kid Capri. One critic described the song as a bloody narrative and cited as one of the most visually evocative songs of Nas's career, and the song title references the classic hip-hop single "The Message" by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and legendary producer DJ Premier had one production credit and the jazz fusion style "I Gave You Power," and a song which depicts a first-person narrative from the perspective of a gun. The song is accompanied by falling piano notes and stuttering drums. And the album contains the singles "If I Ruled the World," Imagine That, which features the guest appearance of Lauryn Hill, and "Street Dreams." Music critic J.R. Reynolds wrote that the former has Nas rapping his way to anarchy of an image world where he kicks discipline to the curb and good times rule. And in the songs, he states that he would open every cell in Attica to send them to Africa. The latter is an account on the impact of drugs in his neighborhood. The song contains smooth bass lines and frail drums, and it features an interpolation of Eurythmics' "Sweet Dreams Are Made of This." And the album also features guest appearances from Mobb Deep, and The Firm is a supergroup which was initially composed of Nas, AZ, and Cormega and Foxy Brown. And the group makes an appearance on the song "Affirmative Action," classic, a tale of robbery and three characters with mob connections, and so forth. So yes, their inspiration, it described the song's beat as an extremely mafioso, sounding like a straight out of the Goodfellas with strings and crescendos, while he cited the song as one of the best posse tracks of all time. And Mobb Deep Havoc had produced two tracks for the album Setup, a story about revenge, and Live Rap, a freestyle performed by Nas and Mobb Deep with hard, gloomy percussion. Black Girl Lost is a sympathetic account on the struggle of African American women, and it features vocals of R&B singer JoJo Haley of Jodeci, and music critic critics wrote of Nas's lyricism, stating the LES produced the song Wu's heavy rotation, while the MC makes the type of passionate partials that leave lyrical aficionados genuflecting at his mic stand. And the song title comes from the book of the same name by pulp writer Donald Goines. His literary work had served as a popular source of reference for many gangster rap artists. Nas Is Coming is a collaboration between Nas and West Coast legend Dr. Dre. One writer had cited as a more of a gangsta mainstream tune than anything Nas has ever recorded. The song's opening is a conversation of a skit, is a discussion between him and Dre about hip-hop artists and fans over concern with the East and West Coast rivalry at the time, and that the two are producing a song that does not revolve around or contribute to any of the beat. What is your favorite song off this classic? Don't forget to hit the like and sub and comment and follow your boy for more. I would be gladly to return. This album will always be a classic forever, y'all. Or I'll show y'all the LP. This LP is super dope, man. It's a special edition. It's a reissue. Super cool. I love that sea clear gray. Super cool. Incredible. Still a classic record. I did have a previous copy of Nas as it was written. It was an original, but it stinks that, it's scratched. I was very disappointed. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I got a better copy. So I can't wait to bump this on my turntable. I hope y'all are bumping this too. Peace, y'all. Whew.